This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. We have known for the longest time that Fox News picks winners and losers. They are in it for the political aspect of it. They're not in it for reporting, and this has all become abundantly crystal, invariably clear over the course of the last few weeks when discovery from the Dominion Voting Systems defamation case against Fox News revealed all kinds of internal messages, both text messages and emails, that show it, that prove it, that Fox hosts did not believe the lie and the conspiracy surrounding the 2020 election, yet ran and reported on it as though it was fact anyway. We learned that hosts like Tucker Carlson, the haircut, the googly-eyed feather duster himself, hates Trump with a passion. Cannot wait until he doesn't have to talk about him anymore, until Trump just goes away. But if you watch Fox News, it's an entirely different story. But getting back to the initial premise, though, of them picking and choosing losers. They're going to pick a horse and they're going to go with it. They're going to bet on that horse, and they're going to use the resources that they possess as a propaganda outlet to push it. That's what's taking place right now. We're witnessing kind of a distancing from Donald Trump, as dangerous as that might be in conservative circles. And they are putting their money on Ron DeSantis. So much so that Brian Kilmeade, the beady-eyed wonder, the know-nothing, just a vacant vessel, Brian Kilmeade, did an interview with Ron DeSantis, but not your typical interview. Instead, they want to make him seem everyman. They want to make him seem normal and reasonable and regular. So what did they do? They take to what seems to be a Little League ball field and have a catch. Him and Brian Kilmeade tossing the ball around while he asks him substantive policy questions. It's all very, very weird. Watch this.
Time to run for president. Would you think at some time it's safe to say that that would be one of your goals?
I would only do stuff if I thought there was a rationale for me to accomplish things on behalf of the people. So it's all substance driven about whether I could serve or not serve in a variety of capacities. But I'll tell you, as governor, and if you're a determined executive, you can make things happen, and we've done that in Florida.
When can we expect the big announcement?
Depends how good we do in this legislative session.
It's all substance driven while they serve up a puff piece, trying to make him look like a regular dude. You can't make it up. It's ridiculous propaganda. Any politician who is going to be interviewed by the media, by journalists, by actually objective people in the press aren't going to have a softball deal where they're tossing the ball around. They're going to sit down in his office as governor and do the interview. And then I'll just talk about this briefly. And then at the end of this thing, Ron DeSantis says something really just reflects how out of touch he is. And I don't know if it's just a tongue-in-cheek attempt at humor. It doesn't seem that way. He doesn't seem like a funny guy. He doesn't seem like a guy who has his thumb on the pulse of what is culturally amusing. And he says that people like you if they're making fun of you. You tell me if you think this is just an attempt to convince himself of this or what?
Locker room gets you ready for the press, right? Because your teammates, if they like you a lot, they rip you all the time.
The way you know that people like you is if they're making fun of you.
So you really have concluded the press really likes you because they're always ripping.
What? Look, I have no idea. I have no idea. But the fact absolutely remains that this is an attempt to make the stiff and wildly unlikable Ron DeSantis into a likable character. It is difficult to do so when he doesn't even know how to stand like a normal person. He is as far removed from normal or relatable or likable. I mean, listen, at least Donald Trump had an ability in some Svengali-like mysticism and hypnotism, was able to convince his low information conspiracy theory audience that he was a blue-collar billionaire. Ron DeSantis has no such gift. Ron DeSantis has education. He is book smart, but he is on the common sense chart a dum-dum. He doesn't know how to relate to real people, and he will fail miserably, especially when pitted against Donald Trump. Anyway, I'd love to know what you think about this. Let's mix it up. We can talk about it in the comments. You can also leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. You can also email me daily at dollemore.com. I'd love to hear from you. You can also get at me on social media, at Dollemore on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. That's where I am. And if you appreciate what I do, the information I bring, the analysis that I dole out, you can become a channel member, support my work here on YouTube, or go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. We're in for a wild ride. 2024 is going to be nuts because we have idiots like Ron DeSantis on the scene who are masking their fascism under the guise of just regular mainstream Republicanism, which I guess really do go hand in hand these days. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.